Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a beauty salon in Minecraft for all of your city building needs. Also, we're playing hide and seek. If you find me in the intro of this video, leave a comment letting me know where I was and at what time you saw me. The first person to get it right gets their comment pinned. In this tutorial, not only will I show you how to make the entire outside of the salon, but I will also show you how to make the entire inside as well. This is the amount of space required to make the build, a 21 block wide by 19 block long area as represented by this very handy grid on the screen. To find the starting position, begin at the front left hand corner of the grid and count inwards to find the third block. That is where we start. And here are all of the materials that we will use throughout the build. Please do make sure that you have access to all of these. Begin the build by placing 8 white concrete in a row on the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Extend forwards by 1. Take out the pink concrete and place 7 extending upwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then extend to the right by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then extend all the way down to the ground, joining to the ground with a white concrete. Extend backwards by 1, and then right by 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then extend backwards by 14, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then extend to the right by 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, backwards by 2, 1, 2, and then extend all the way across to the right, and join all the way back to where we first started. So from here, we are going to place 4 pink concrete on top of this corner. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are going to extend this first pink concrete to the left by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will then place a 2 by 2 square of glass pane on top of these last 2 blocks. In addition to this, we want to come all the way over to this area here, and we want to place a row of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 pink concrete in this corner, and here as well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Add another row here on the left. Then we want to add another row of white concrete along the inside of our building, with an additional row of pink just along the inside of our rows. We then want to place 3 rows of glass, 1, 2 and 3, along the back pair of white and pink concrete, just like this. We can then place chains in front of these, with light grey carpet on top, and we can just seal above this using pink concrete, like so. Next, we are going to extend our pink concrete along the back of the build. So the entire row of 1, 2, 3, 4, we want to extend these walls all the way along the very back of the build. We are going to join to our small window over there. And we are also just going to extend along this side of the build as well. I basically just want the sides and the back of the build taken care of before we put all of our attention on the front. So we just want to have something which should look like this, although it's a little bit more complicated. So from here, we are going to place a smooth quartz stair in this position, cherry stair here, smooth quartz, cherry, smooth quartz. And above this, cherry slabs above the smooth quartz stair and a smooth quartz slab here. There is also the option, don't know if I prefer this, but I'm going to do it anyway, to place pale oak buttons just off to the side here. And not only that, we do want some ferns just in front of the window, like this. Don't know whether I prefer the buttons, but I definitely like the overhang. And speaking of the overhang, there is the option to do it here as well, but on a lesser scale. So you may like the buttons, I kind of do. And then above this, we can just have alternating stairs. So it's not quite as fancy as the other side, or it might actually just look better to have nothing, because this is a very small window. And it may not even be possible to have it if you're placing another build against this one. So it's up to you how you want to decorate that. I think I might leave it as it is, but I love to give you guys options. Moving around to the front of the build now, we have some more windows to make. So we're going to start off by adding an additional row of white concrete along the inside of this row here, and we are going to extend the pink concrete of the entrance just backwards to meet this row. We want to then place an additional pink concrete here, extending inwards, and 2, 1, 2, extending inwards here. So this will just leave a gap of 3. We can extend these pink concretes up to equal the height of the rest of the walls, and then we just want to extend the inward row upwards as well. In addition to this, we can add 3 rows of glass pane on the back row of white concrete like this, and we can just seal up above this using the pink. Then chains here in front of the window with light grey carpet on top. And then we will have the alternating smooth quartz, as a matter of fact. So smooth quartz, we'll start off with a cherry. So cherry, smooth quartz, cherry, smooth quartz, cherry, smooth quartz, and then back again like this, extending around the top of the window. And then you guys know what to do here. We use these slabs just like this. That's looking nice. And we can also add some buttons to the side again. Don't know if I prefer it. But I do like lanterns, though, hanging down from these. So those are definitely a plus. And we definitely do want to have ferns underneath the width of the window, just like this. And I'm very happy with this. We are now going to apply exactly that all the way to here. So on this side, I'm just going to start off by adding another row of white concrete behind this row. Add the pink up the side of the entrance here. We then want to add 2 rows of pink on the inside and 1 row here, and we can extend these up to equal the height of the rest of the walls. We then want to extend them backwards, and then 3 rows of glass pane, 1, 2, 3 here, and then we can seal this up across the top. We can then add the cherry / smooth quartz stair combination around the top of the windows just like this, and then cherry slab here, smooth quartz either side, and then some chains here, light grey carpet here. That's looking fantastic. And then we can add all of this. So again, why don't we compare it? So again, I like the lanterns, they're gonna stay. I like the ferns, they're gonna stay, but with or without the buttons. See, the buttons kind of feel like they add something. So I am going to leave them, but it is a personal decision, really. Okay, next we are going to make the entrance area. So for the entrance area, we are going to bring it inwards on both sides at the bottom. So white concrete, white concrete. We will then extend the white concrete 1 row in again. Glass here and here. Door here, and then glass extending above and around the door. Then we can place pink concrete like this across the top, just like so. And we just want to extend the pink concrete an additional row upwards. And then we want to add white concrete in this gap. And that will actually naturally create the sign area. So from here, we are going to place smooth quartz slab in this position, and then we are going to add the cherry / smooth quartz stair combo around the top of the door, and then the slabs just above, like this. And you could choose not to have the lanterns here, but I like them, so I don't see why not. I'm also just going to remove all of the remaining grass and what have you just around the build. So there's not very much of it, and I'm replacing it with smooth stone as to integrate this into a high street. That is where this belongs in my mind. I believe there's a little bit back here as well. Yeah, just a little bit back here. Although if you wanted to, you could just leave this green, but it doesn't matter. We'll do that. And then on the front of the build, we want to add flower pot, and flowering azaleas. Another option is to have composter and leaves. So whatever your favorite. So I really like the azaleas with the pink personally. So that's another option if you're looking for something a bit more solid. Either one doesn't really matter. It's more of a personal preference. And then lastly, we just have to make the sign. So the sign is super simple. Loom, white banners, black dye, loom on the ground, open it up, white banner in there, black dye. We're going to write out the word salon. So first letter is S, chief, base, bend. Next is A, pale dexter, pale sinister, chief, and fess. Next is L, this is pale dexter, and base. Next is O, pale dexter, pale sinister, chief, and base. Next is N, pale dexter, pale sinister, bend. Now, with these letters, we can either place them against here, or I kind of like them placed on to here. And I kind of like the depth of it, but that's just me. Next, we are going to remove all of the grass from inside of the salon and replace it with quartz bricks. We also want to fill the ceiling in using white concrete. We are going to place the white concrete along the inside of the wall shape, leaving a row of pink all the way around it. Now we are going to place smooth quartz slab all the way around the edge of the white concrete, just like this, conforming to the shape of the pink concrete below us. And not only that, you can either leave... Okay, we can't leave that. So we can... Never mind. We are going to seal up the back of the sign here, just like so, using pink concrete. You can extend it further back if you like, but I think that looks just fine. With the outside of the salon complete, we can now head inside and work on the interior. First of all, we have to split the salon up into all of its different parts. So, the way that we do that is by coming to the front left-hand corner, counting and finding the 7th block along this wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Place 3, 1, 2, 3, white concrete extending out from the wall, oak door, then 4 more white concrete, 1, 2, 3, 4. We then extend backwards by 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we extend to the right by 1, and then place 3 smooth quartz slab, 1, 2, 3, and then we can just connect to this wall using white concrete. So from here, we can extend the pink, or rather, we can extend the white concrete backwards using pink concrete. So just left and right of the smooth quartz slab, just like this, extending back to the wall. In addition to this, we can extend the pink concrete along the top of the wall, like this. So inside of this room is where the nail stations go. That's perfect. We also want to remove underneath this smooth quartz here and replace it with black concrete. We are now going to turn our attention to this corner, where we will place 1, 2, 3 black concrete, quartz brick, 1, 2, 3 black concrete, quartz brick, 1, 2, 3 black concrete, and then 3 rows of quartz bricks in front of this, 1, 2, 3, and we just want to extend these along the length of the building. Then we will place 2 black concrete here, 1, 2, and then 2 smooth quartz there, 1, 2, and then black concrete extending along the quartz brick, and then we will place black stained glass pane on top of the black concrete, like so. Then we will find the middle of our row of black concrete here, so this is the middle, and then we will place 1, 2, 3, 4 white concrete extending out. Then we will remove the row in front of the white concrete and place alternating polished deep slate and polished diorite, just like this. Now let's start adding some details. We will begin over here. Begin by removing 1, 2, 3 blocks from the floor here and replacing them with black concrete. Place 2 oak slabs in this position, lever here, stone button here. We then want to place a spruce stair here with flipped up spruce trapdoors either side. We also want to have a cauldron hanging 1 row above the stair. And we then want to place 2 iron bars extending down, and then we actually need the pale oak signs. So we're going to use these to surround the cauldron, and these look like those old-fashioned like hair drying things. And then over here in this corner we are going to place a smooth quartz stair, 1 here as well, and here connecting back to the wall, and then lever here, stone button here. Next, we will place an end rod extending down from the ceiling, iron bar underneath it, iron trapdoor here, and then we're just going to fill this area in with water. Then polished black stone stair here, black banners either side, just like so, and that is a hair washing station. So in front of this, we're just going to leave a gap of 1, and then we will remove 1, 2, 3, 4 rows from the floor. So I suppose it just ends up being a 4x4 area, which we will fill with black concrete powder. And then we will place a sideways smooth quartz stair here, and then turn it to the side. Add another one here. And then we will place a stair here, and then 2 smooth quartz slab here. So this is just a waiting area for when you are waiting to have your hair done. And then we are going to convert this wall into a bookshelf. So we're actually going to remove these blocks here, and we are going to place bookshelves here, chiseled bookshelves here, and then we can remove these 2 blocks and place bookshelves here, spruce trapdoor here, and then just something here. So spruce trapdoor placed so that we can place like a flower pot with a fern or a lantern or just something there. And then we can flip up some spruce trapdoors here and here, and we can fill these chiseled bookshelves in with books a little bit, but we will leave a few of them empty. Then we'll turn our attention over here. So we actually want to remove these blocks like so, and we are going to have to replace those blocks there. Armor stand here, tripwire hook here, spruce trap door here, and then flower pot, fern, chest, just like this. So we have to repair this doorway by placing white concrete either side like this, and pink concrete to seal up the 2 areas that we've just made. We are going to replace these rows of pink concrete here with black concrete, and then we'll place a row of smooth quartz slab like this, pink concrete across the top, and that looks a lot better. Our next task is to come over to here, but you know what I'm realizing is that we should remove an extra row of this wall here, black concrete here in the ground, smooth quartz slab here, and we just want to continue to remove all of that. We then want to remove this smooth quartz slab, place a white concrete here, pink concrete extending up, and then place another row of white concrete along this wall, and then add pink concrete like so. So what we have effectively done is shifted everything over an additional row like this, and this makes this area a lot cozier. There we go. I think that that's just a lot better fitting. Then we can add bookshelves behind the smooth quartz slabs leading all the way up to the top here. Place 2 rows of black concrete in front of the top 2 rows of bookshelves, which we will both extend forwards and out either side like this. Then we are going to add candles, a lantern, flower pot, and a fern with some smooth quartz slab across the top of the books. And you know what? Why not? Pale oak buttons either side. I think that looks alright. Before we do anything else, we should make the letters for this sign. So throw down loom, open it up, black banner in there with some white dye. We are literally just writing out the word salon again using banners as letters. So the letter S. Chief, base, bend. Next is A. Pale Dexter, Pale Sinister, Chief, Fess. Next is L. Pale Dexter and base. Next is O. Pale Dexter, Pale Sinister, Chief and base. Lastly, N. Pale Dexter, Pale Sinister, bend. And we can just apply these letters to our black concrete, and I think that just looks rather nice. We also just have to add a polished deep slate stair to this counter, blackstone pressure plate, an item frame somewhere as well. And then if you want to add something else like a flower pot or just like a fern or something, you can, but I think that's quite fine. Next, we are going to wander up into here, where we will place oak slabs, half a row above our rows of black concrete. We will add smooth quartz slabs on the ceiling in the equivalent positions, and place pale oak signs in front of smooth quartz slabs. So we just want to have this, and then we place glow item frames here on the wall, corresponding just left and right of the center row, like this. Then we will add candles of some variety, item frames with shears, and flower pots to each one of these 3 hairdressing stations. Then we also want to remove, it's either 2 or 3, I believe it's just 2. So 2 rows in the ground, so we leave a gap of 1 from the shears, and we remove 2 rows in the ground, redstone block, piston. So we do this 3 times. Spruce pressure plate on top of the piston. Spruce signs left and right of the pressure plate. And then spruce trapdoor. Am I in a bad position? There we go. Spruce trapdoor flipped up behind the spruce pressure plate. So there we go. We now have a set of chairs. We are missing something important though. We need a particular banner to bring these 3 stations to life, and that's a mirror banner made by throwing down loom, open it up, light blue banner in there with white dye, and we apply one of the gradient patterns. That one's my favourite, just where it's like light at the top and then gets darker towards the bottom. Then apply one of the bend patterns. I don't really have a preference, let's just go with regular bend. Black dye in there, apply the bourgeois pattern, and then we are able to place these in the middle of the wall, and that just looks so much better. And I also want to place one over here as well. Okay, well that's unfortunate. And I just want to place one here as well. So can I... There we go. We'll edit that. That's perfect. So why can't we place this on the wall? I have no idea, but I guess we'll settle for placing it there. That is just fine. I don't know why it can't go on the wall, but it can't. The sign of I'm dumb. We also want to add some overhead lighting to this area in particular. So line up with the L of Salon and trace all the way to the front wall. Leave a gap of 1, place a lantern, gap of 1, end rod, gap of 1, lantern, like this. We also want to dangle a lantern down from the end rod and then place cherry signs along the sides of the lanterns. So just like this. Okay, let's take a look. That's perfect. That looks great. Now, the last little bit of detail that I kind of want to add, because we're starting to get a bit busy in here, I just want to add some paintings. So there's plenty of space for some 1x1 paintings on the wall. So whether they want to go kind of high like this, or alternatively, one row lower. Lower might actually be nicer on this occasion, so maybe just like lower. I think that that's good. And then we could even go for like a 1x2 here. No, not that one. 1x2 here, I think looks good. And there's room for either like a 1. That button's made things annoying. Okay, I'll tell you what. I've changed my mind. We'll go for a 1-2. Not that one. Okay, there we go. So I think a 1x1. A couple of 1x1s would have looked good, or like a 1 and a 1-2, but that's fine. Something like that looks nice. And I think that is enough decoration for the actual like main part of the salon. So now we are going to head into the nail room. And the first thing that we are going to do is just add an additional row of white concrete just all the way along this back wall here. We are then going to extend this middle block here forwards, 1, 2, 3, just like this, and then place pink concrete extending up on top of it to get to the top of the wall. We also have to exchange this here for a white concrete. We will place smooth quartz slabs here along the bottoms of the walls. Then we will leave an entire row gap and then place, I guess it's like a 1.5 rows gap, just like so. And then I do wonder whether we should place another one across the top. I think that looks nice and neat, actually. I didn't have that originally. And then we are going to place a polished black stone stair here and here with black banners either side, just like so. We will then place 2 white concrete here, just extending in front of the stairs. End rods here on the opposite side with cherry pressure plates on top. Then item frames here. And we also need item frames all along here as well, come to think of it. In addition to this, since we've got the paintings in the inventory, we want some 1x1s on the wall. So one here, here, and also the same here. So they're kind of just centered nicely in the middle of the wall. I think that we might have just got 2 repeats. Oh, but in different places. You know what? Just because of the coincidence of that, I'll leave it, but I would typically just exchange those. We also want to place a decorated pot in each one of the corners with a fern in the pots, just because I like them. Then we are going to add a brush to the item frames like this, and then you can have so like you could have another item frame here, or you could have like a candle here, so to represent the color that is like being put on the nails. So something like this, if you liked. And that actually brings us on to this next part. So in rainbow order, I'm just placing a bunch of potions. So when I say rainbow order, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and then purpley. There we go. That's fantastic. So these, of course, represent the bottles of nail polish or nail varnish, whatever the difference is, if there is one. And we are just going to then place the corresponding colour of candle in front of the bottles. And I think that this is just a nice decoration. Kind of makes me think that I should make like a nail salon or a nail bar as one of my next projects. But there we go. And that is... Could this room might actually benefit from a light. So what if we have an end rod, smooth quartz slab, and then surround said end rod with signs? That looks okay. I don't think that looks too bad. Alternatively, we would do kind of what we have in the lobby here. I think this is less intrusive. I think we might go for this. So there are 2 options though for lights. I don't think that one is bad either. So whichever one you prefer. I might keep both just so that it's a little bit different. I don't know if it looks silly or not, but I'll keep it anyway. With that final detail added, we have officially completed this tutorial. However, this video is not over. We must now add our beauty salon into our city. I think that the best area for the beauty salon is going to be all the way over here in the outskirts of the new suburban suburbs. The reason being is that when we renovate this area, there are a few builds along this street that I would actually like to pair with this one, and I think that they'd look really cool next to each other. You may be interested in becoming a channel member. You can click the join button that will be somewhere on the screen right now. This does cost money and is a monthly subscription, but you do get some perks. The first of which is a download link for my city design world. This has every single build that I have placed in my city, arranged in order, and labeled. This perk also comes with schematics for the mods Lightmatica and World Edit, so you can easily reference and copy and paste these builds into your worlds in any way that you'd like. However, if you're not interested in any of that building business, the highest tier allows you to download the most current version of Mini-City. There are also some minor perks, including loyalty badges displayed next to your name whenever you comment something down below on my videos. Depending on how long you have been a channel member, you gain a more prestigious helmet, with the highly coveted gold builder's hat being the most valuable. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.